Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And off we go from Cleveland. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here's Walker to start the drive.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd and 7, Heineke. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They're such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Heineke now.
Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 45-yard line.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
2nd down at 4. On 2nd down, it's Walker. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 25 on 2nd down.
Heineke, quick throw, and that's Eskridge on the slant.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
Their first possession of the game, and they're already going after double coverage.
That's a nice completion that can set the tone for things to come if they're able to keep finding ways to beat what the defense is throwing at them. They look like they're confident that they can get it done.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Walker now on 1st and 10.
And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Not a big run, not an explosive run, but they've held the ball for plenty of plays on this drive. They're just trying to impose their will on the defense right now.
Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Heineke toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to the first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer. But he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
And his kick is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead.
No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taken at the goal line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Down.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. The tackle there by Quandre Diggs.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
They run for the first time with Ty Chandler.
And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Lawrence will throw.
Hard throw, incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. And some room to work. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Extra point attempt to follow here. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. This taken in at the goal line.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it first and 10.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's first and 10. Up the middle, it's Chubb.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone.
They run again on first down, Chubb. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. But you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way back into this game.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with another touchdown, number 24 on the air.
And the Browns have got it back to within a score. Now Cade York for the extra point.
And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
Dwayne Eskridge elects to bring it out. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Back to Walker on first down. To the 43, second down.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8. 10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports.
Second and 8. To throw is Heineke.
Steps away to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack. And it'll lead to a third and long.
This offensive line is struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Open man is Eskridge. That's complete.
It's a big play there for Seattle. 48 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Out of the gun, Walker with it.
And he's going to push his way down to about the 12.
95 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. This offense so far on third down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
On third down, here's Walker.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
They'll go with the keeper, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown.
Taylor Heineke
with his 16th touchdown of the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point safely through, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Seahawks 30. A big play that time out of Chubb. 45 yards.
Nick Chubb, about as dynamic a runner as the NFL has to offer. He put his talents on full display there. That was some kind of run.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
Walker.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Following the penalty, Chubb. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
The Browns had 10-5 to start play. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
Hey, Delta. Hey, team six. Team six. Hey, Alpha. Hey, Foxtrot.
Now on 2nd and 13.
Lawrence
Drops it off for Chubb.
and he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down.
Now Lawrence to throw.
He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown.
Anthony Schwartz,
28 yards.
and the Browns have cut it back within a score. Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And this Browns defense coming to life. They get him behind the line for a second straight play. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14.
That was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he's got this down to the 35. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left.
On 1st and 10, Heineke.
Finding Walker complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Heineke to throw it.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Myles Garrett has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses happen their way so far, so maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely, and that sack finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
And again, it's Chubb. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
92 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
But partner, if the defense isn't going to adjust and they keep giving them those 5, 6, 7-yard runs over and over, they're likely to run it the whole way to the end zone. They'll be more than happy to take the yardage available and save some of their other plays in the playbook for another time.
11. Bravo. Yeah. Hey, go.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Chubb running right. Room here to run. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And that will put them on top here in the third. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Going to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
They run again with Walker. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line. Now Heineke. His throw incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake the block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. A second down throw for Heineke. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. Now to the ground, here's Walker. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 155 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end. That'll bring up 2nd down. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Heineke. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Browns are going to have it here just past the 25. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You've got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the 4th quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They begin this drive with Chubb.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On play action, Lawrence.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long.
Hey, exit. Hey, exit.
Another try after the first down sack.
Lawrence. Open man here, Schwartz, complete.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Way to go.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3.
Nobody can fire.
Running for it. Here's Chubb. And it was a stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
The type of game that he's having running the football, there was no doubt who they were giving the ball to.
So why didn't they just go ahead and go after him on defense? Right?
Yeah,
if you know,
on him.
right? You know he's having that type of a game. Who else would you expect to get the football? I would have taken my chances and sold out defensively to stop him. And if anyone else picks it up, I tip my cap to him.
Jamal Adams coming up from his safety spot to make the play. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second down and 8.
Go. Hey, Hayward.
They go play action with Lawrence.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Boye Mafe. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. False start's going to push them back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you offside. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
And they'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start. A jet sweep to start the drive. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And the ball situated at the 9.
2nd and goal. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Up the middle, here's Walker. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Ball at the 6, 3rd and goal. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. 4th down now after a loss of 2. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This for a 4th quarter lead. And his kick is indeed good, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Browns drive about to get started. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a lot of running room there. Not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They go play action now. Lawrence. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Well, those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
On the counter, it's Walker. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. This offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 4. Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. After the false start, sets up a 3rd and 9. Throwing, Heineke. He's got his tight end Fant. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And this one is right through. And that will push the lead up to 5. So they got the turnover started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. The goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence.
And he fires one, but incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Ready, break. Hey, get up there.
Here we go. Gotta have it. Lawrence.
Looking for Campbell downfield. And that's caught at the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more out there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference, a field goal, and they can lead it by 3. Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. Here's Chubb to try to run it in. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they up their lead to 3. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This fielded right at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th.
Sticking with Walker on second down.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction. Makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
We'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. That's complete to Eskridge.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And this will be a Seahawks first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
And Walker once more.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. He's back to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, I certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Back to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
He's got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with the offensive coordinator now as to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Heineke to throw for it on 4th down. And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted.
Jalen Thompson picks it. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well and end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game. In this sequence here, maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, "I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along."
And going right back to Walker.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. To me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun.
Throwing now, Lawrence. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Seahawks come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for Cleveland, they improved to 11-5 now with 1 week remaining.